Hello, my wonderful grade 7 class. Welcome to StudyWave Academy, where education is without limits. Welcome to our English class, and let's continue focusing and looking at the essay writing. So right now we're going to be measuring or looking at the examples of these narratives we're talking about. So let me just give you an overview of what we were looking at. So we were looking at these types of essays. The types of essays we looked at: the narrative essay and its elements. Okay, so I gave you examples of essays, but right now we are focused on the narrative essay. This narrative essay, so we are looking at it in depth, understanding what a narrative essay is. Okay, then after this I gave you elements, how to know this is a narrative essay, or elements that must be included in a narrative essay. I talked about the plot, the characters, the setting, the conflict, and then the theme. From there I taught you how to write. How do we write this narrative essay? How should you write it? First, you must choose a topic, then create an outline, then have an introduction, then move to your body. You write everything about the event in order. Then you take us to the climax and resolution, what happened and how did you solve it. Then now you move to your conclusion, where you just summarize everything that you talked about and give us maybe the lesson you learned or the theme. Okay, then now you edit your work. Make sure that when you're writing you must edit your work. So now let's look at these examples of narrative essays. Some examples of narrative essays. How do you know this is a narrative essay? Okay, we have a memorable vacation. You describe a vacation or a travel experience that you went to with your family, or how it impacted your life. Another example is childhood memories. Maybe you remember your favorite toy when you're young, or when your father took you somewhere when you're young. There's another one, personal growth. We have another example here, overcoming challenges or a life-changing event. Okay, so these are examples that we will account to you. They will all lead to you. They will talk about you. Okay, so after looking at the narrative essays, let me just give a conclusion here. Narrative essays are a great way to engage readers and share personal experiences. They allow you to connect with your audience on a more personal level and convey meaningful messages or lessons through the storytelling. So with narrative essays, you just want to share a personal experience with others. Okay, so that's all about narrative essay. Very, very simple, very easy to understand, and very, very easy to write. Okay, now let's look at the second major category again, and that is the argumentative essay. Just from the word, an argumentative essay is a type of essay in which the writer takes a stance on a particular issue or topic, presents arguments and evidence to support that stance, and attempts to persuade the reader to accept their point of view. Argumentative essays are designed to foster critical thinking and debate on the complex and controversial subjects. So with the argumentative essay, it's just an argument. Maybe you want to argue about something, where you want someone to think or to join you in supporting a certain idea. So argumentative essays are these essays that the writer has a particular stance. They believe in one thing and they will write on this topic and present their arguments, and even use supporting details. Add some supporting details so that we can see why you believe a certain thing should be the way it is. Okay, now let's again focus on the elements of an argumentative essay. What do they have? The first element is the thesis statement. The thesis statement is a concise or one or two sentence statements that outline the writer's position on the issue. It serves as the central argument or claim of the essay. So with a thesis statement, like I say, it's just like two or one sentence or just a small description telling us your stance, like why you believe a certain thing should be the way it is. So that is the thesis statement, and it must be, or it must appear in an argumentative essay. Do not forget about that. Okay, then after that we will look at another another element, that is the supporting evidence. Always and always, you will never miss supporting evidence for an argumentative essay. When you argue that maybe chocolate is better than vanilla, okay, that is an argumentative essay. Most of you love chocolate, others love vanilla. So if you're saying vanilla is the best and you support vanilla, you must have an evidence, because as we are reading your work, we must be able to like be persuaded. We must feel persuaded that for real, or for sure she loves vanilla, and this, I should try vanilla because of this and this. So you must persuade us to a point. We as readers, we want to try vanilla. Okay, if you're saying between strawberry, vanilla and chocolate that vanilla is the best, you must support that details. Or if you're saying chocolate is the best, you must have supporting evidence. Tell us why. Tell us why not strawberry, why not vanilla. If you're saying strawberry is the best, then tell us why strawberry, why not vanilla, why not chocolate, okay? So you must support your statement, or your thesis statement, so that you can be able to show us that even if we try, we will be able to find that your liking is the best. So when you're providing evidence, you give us statistics, maybe research, expert opinions, examples, and logical reasoning. For example, you tell us, according to some expert, they say that vanilla has this and this that is good for your body, chocolate has this and this that is good for your bones, maybe strawberry has this and this that is good for your health, okay? So those are the supporting details. We need to feel persuaded. So that is another element that must be in an argumentative essay. Another element is the counter arguments. To make your argument more robust, address opposing viewpoints or counter arguments, acknowledge alternative perspectives, and then refute them with a strong evidence. This is a lot of wording here, but very, very easy to understand. So when you're talking about, let me use this example of chocolate and vanilla again. When you're arguing that vanilla is better than chocolate, you need to use counter arguments where you say something like, chocolate is also a nice choice, very, very good, it tastes very well, but I support this and this because of this and this, okay? So that is something you should not forget, okay? So don't forget about that. So when you're talking about maybe chocolate is better, you tell us vanilla is better, it has a nice taste, but I support chocolate because of this and this. So the counter arguments is where you also talk about the other idea, but you give us a good opinion about the idea, but also use a strong evidence to come back to your idea. So you will say chocolate is also a nice flavor, but sometimes it's very bitter, so that's why you go for vanilla. So such things are called the counter arguments. You should also, in your essays, it should be also evident for you to also support the other points, but don't be too supportive again on the other points. Just give an overview that vanilla is a nice choice, it's very, very good, but it's not it doesn't have these nutrients compared to the chocolate, okay? So use counter arguments, and don't forget about that. It's very important. Another element is organization. The essay should have a clear and a logical structure. It often follows the structure of introduction, body, and conclusion. So you can start from the body and then now start introducing and then finish concluding, or start with your conclusion, then introduction, then the body. No, it must have a clear structure where you first introduce us to the main argument, and then tell us about your stance, where you're going, what you're going to be supporting. After that, then you come to the body, tell us about your ideas, why you're saying something is better than the other. Then from that, you now move to your conclusion, where you conclude for us and tell us, finally, I think this and this and this, okay? So don't forget about that. Next, we're going, after looking at these elements, now let's shift our focus on how to write this essay. We know the elements, we know what must be in an argumentative essay. Now, how do we write them? Just the same as the other essay, the narrative essay we're looking at. With the argumentative essay, you must choose a controversial topic. The other one, we're also choosing a topic that is personal to you for the narrative essay. But now here, you choose a controversial topic. Select a topic that is debatable, okay? Don't select a topic that poverty is Is poverty good or bad? Obviously, we know poverty is bad. So choose a topic that is debatable and relevant and of interest of your audience, okay? Ensure it is not that it's not purely factual or open to interpretation or disagreement. So do not take topics like poverty is bad. Of course, it's very, very true. It's a fact. Poverty is a bad thing. So don't take those such topics, okay? So you choose a controversial topic. A topic maybe the one I've talked about, chocolate is better than ice cream, or maybe ice cream is better than vanilla, or pork meat is better than maybe beef meat. Choose a controversial topic, okay? Maybe we talk about what do we talk about? There are a lot of controversial topics to talk about, and I've given you a few examples. So choose a controversial topic. Once you choose that, do your research. Gather a lot of evidences. That is the second point on how to write an argumentative essay. Carry out a research. If you're talking about vanilla being better than chocolate, make a research. Do a research and just find clear ideas on why vanilla is the best flavor. Then also do a research on chocolate, okay? Then start comparison. Here you will write the best argumentative essay. After doing a research now, write the thesis statement. Give us, just craft a debatable thesis statement that presents your argument. It's a statement that should be positioned at the end of your introduction, okay? So after introducing us to everything, at the end of the introduction, I'll say, I'll be in the idea of vanilla is better than chocolate, and I'll be supporting this idea. So just give us a thesis statement to know your stance. After that, now move to your introduction. You give us a hook, just like the narrative essay. Begin with the introduction with a hook. Start with a question. Start with a song. Just give us a hook that to capture our attention, and then provide a background information on your topic, okay? And then state your thesis statement indicating your stance. So after you give us a thesis statement, where the thesis statement was today, you're going to be focusing on discussing that vanilla is better than chocolate, or chocolate is better than vanilla. Now in your introduction, give us your stance, what you think or what you love, okay? So that is the introduction. Then after that, you move to the body paragraph. So here you will give evidences. If you're saying chocolate is better, give us evidences. Now here is detailed information. The body again is detailed information, okay? And then divided in paragraphs because it tends to be larger, okay? Then now you move to your conclusion. Conclusion, now you're summarizing the main points, or you're talking about the main points, or giving us just a summary of all that you've talked about. And then you leave the reader with a strong closing statement, and you say that you should try maybe vanilla because of this, this, and this. So you leave us with a very, very strong conclusion, okay? Then after conclusion, you revise again. Revise and edit your work. Just like the narrative essay. Again, here you must revise your work, okay? Revise your work, check the grammar, check the spelling, and just make sure whatever you're submitting is the best argumentative essay. Now, after looking at this now, let's focus on some of the examples of these argumentative essays. Should standardized testing be abolished in school? Is social media a positive or a negative influence on society? Should college education be free for all students? Okay. Is climate change the primary cause of human activities? Should the legal drinking age be lowered or raised? So look at this. It's a controversial topic. If you're talking about maybe this is a good topic here. Is social media a positive or a negative influence of the society? So you tell us, do you feel social media is positive influence to the society? If yes, support your points. Tell us about it. Tell us why you feel it's important. If it's negative, then support your argument. Give us points as to why you feel it's negative, okay? So these are some of the topics you can discuss in an argumentative essay. So just to conclude on argumentative essays, they require careful planning through research and effective argumentation, okay? They are the opportunity to present a well-supported perspective on the contemptuous issues. So here with the argumentative essay, you must persuade others to follow or see things from your viewpoint, okay? You must be effective and make sure you reason and you well back up whatever you're saying. So these are what we talk about in argumentative essays. Okay,